Good afternoon, everybody. Hello, good afternoon, and welcome back to my channel, guys. And Everyday with MCG. Yes, I'd like to share to you her journey from home Philippines to Singapore, how she managed to start kicking her job, a career in as a nurse in Singapore, guys. And before we start, I would like to invite you that to those who haven't subscribed to this channel, please subscribe and click the notification button for my future video, guys. And most of all, if you like this video, if you want to play again, please share and don't forget to like as well. And stay tuned and please watch from the beginning until the end. Have a good day to you all, beautiful people. Thank you. Okay, guys, for today's content, we are very fortunate that this friend of mine has found her own time to just collaborate with me and to share with you her experience as a nurse. And this is a very good to those, very helpful actually for those who just found a career to become a nurse, or maybe those that haven't decided and this is safe to become a nurse. And we will hopefully for this video you can find a courage and maybe some ideas on how to become a nurse and how to become as successful as a nurse in life. Okay, guys, so I would like to introduce to you this successful nurse, which is she's from Philippines. She was a nurse there, and then after that she found a job in Singapore, and she actually now a very successful nurse. She is married with two children, guys, and she also have molded one daughter to become a nurse too. Okay, so without further ado, I would like to introduce to you Liz. She's also a vlogger, guys, and she works in Singapore for quite some time already. And let's start sharing who am I talking about. So this is she.
Hi everyone.
Okay, everybody, are you ready for my question? Okay, guys. So if you want to know, uh, I would like to introduce you first. Maybe you can say your name first.
Hi, I'm Liz.
She's also a vlogger, guys, and then you can follow her and subscribe to her channel. And then yeah, you also for to follow her, guys, I will write down below the subscription her channel. Okay, Ken. Okay, so first question I would like to ask you. Yeah, so uh, when since what do you aspire to become? What makes you think, or what do you aspire you to become a nurse?
Something that inspires me to become a nurse is like maybe helping people. So actually, initially, I don't really prefer to become a nurse. I prefer other jobs. But then along the way, I learned to love this job. And then I managed
Yeah.
to, develop it in my inner self na to care other people. Yan, and then siguro nagustuhan ko na rin talaga yung profession na to.
Yes,
Yes.
it's the most very important. It's very important to, how do you call that? Formula to become a nurse, guys. That you will love your job. It's not just a job; it's your passion. Okay, and what Lee said that it became her. How do you call that? She had a passion in her career, so that's what how she became a nurse. And how many years you've been working in Philippines before you come to Singapore?
Yeah, before I come here, I used to be an oncology nurse in Makati Med. So
Oh.
I've been working there for like 3 years. And then, while aside from being a nurse, a staff nurse, I also become a clinical instructor in the
Wow.
Philippines.
Take
But,
note, bigatin, guys.
dahil nga
Okay.
nasa Pilipinas siya, so syempre, alam niyo yung salary, despite of two jobs, working for two jobs, hindi siya enough to support the family. Or maybe siguro to give them a better future, ganun. Kaya I decided to come to Singapore na rin.
Yeah, so disclaimer again, guys. We are not telling you that please come to Singapore to work. It's just that we are also wanting Philippines to have a nurses over there. But of course, for our better pastures, guys, we still it's very good to go somewhere in the world because nurses' job is very stable. Okay?
Yes. I think it's also a calling na rin siguro sa government ng Philippines. Siguro baka naman pwedeng bigyan natin ng mas mataas na salary ang mga nurses para we don't need to go out na.
Listen,
Diba?
President Duterte, if you don't want your nurses to
it's
leave.
not, actually, compared mo sa work
Yes.
in terms of work, satisfying din talaga magtrabaho sa Pilipinas. Tsaka dun ko talaga na-feel yung magki-care ka talaga, tsaka yung passion mo as a nurse, dun mo talaga ma-develop. Lalo na kung inaalagaan mo yung mga countrymen mo. Kaya the best pa rin talaga na magtrabaho sa Pilipinas, pero hopefully, mabigyan din ng magandang benefits yung mga health workers natin.
Okay, you listen that. All politicians in Philippines, please increase the salary and work with Filipino nurses or else you will never get a good nurses over there. Sorry, disclaimer again. Okay, and for my next question, from Philippines to here, how do you get a job in Singapore? Yeah, so
Well,
listen guys, this is a very important note to take.
Well, compared to other countries, it's not that to choose to work here in Singapore, to apply here in Singapore. So maybe it takes me like few months, not even 6 months. So I tried applying in some agencies in the Philippines. It started like October, and then they messaged me that there is an examination ongoing this coming January. So it means it's like take me 4 months or 3 months to have the exam done.
You take your exam in Philippines.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, okay. So there's an examination, guys, to take in Philippines, okay, before you apply in Singapore. Next.
Then
After
they
that?
will arrange for an interview.
Mhm.
So if the hospital or they send people from Singapore to the Philippines to conduct an interview.
Mhm.
So if they have like you, then they're going to sponsor you for the examination, and then they will provide you all the necessary requirements. I mean,
Mhm.
necessary papers or documents
Yes.
for you to process.
Yes. Okay. Then we will just speed this process, guys. So after she came to Singapore, she have your first salary will be how much again? Just quote a little bit.
That was 10 years ago. So
10 years ago,
I was,
guys.
I was offered about how much? Like 1,800 Sing dollar.
Oh, that's much already. Maybe cost in peso will be about 60K. Compare way back 10 years ago, I think ang salary ng nurse from Philippines is $12,000. Minus na yun sa mga lahat ng SSS, pag-ibig or whatever it is still very little compared to what she's earning over here.
Yes. And then,
Okay.
not to mention, we have the house accommodation.
Oh, then how
And
much
some-
will how much will it be?
Initially it was 300.
300 guys from Singapore dollar is about 10K. Yeah, I think more than 10K. Yes.
And then
Yeah.
they will also give you some allowances depending on what area you'll be assigned.
So that's how do you call that?
Mm.
Kind
It's like ward allowance.
ward allowance. Yeah, it's a ward allowance, guys. So usually just for a month, maybe we quote about how much will be?
In my side, it's about like $150.
Oh yeah, $150 is about 500 pesos, guys. So equivalent to everything. Every month's your earnings is actually very different, way far from what you earn there in Philippines. Yeah. So after now she's working in Singapore as a senior staff nurse now in Singapore for how long already?
It's like 12 years.
It's 12 years, guys, and imagine from 1.8 thousand, and now imagine how much you will earn now, guys. So we will not we will not mention it how much, but definitely is way much already because it was 10 years ago, guys. 12 years ago, I mean. Yeah, but why we started this, guys, we of course in why we're talking about this because we just want to give you a open-minded, open view of maybe making yourself or enhancing yourself, guys. Like maybe it's a self-worth as well, your professional worth, because we as a nurses, everywhere we go, anywhere we go in the country, guys, we are really important profession. Yeah.
Yeah,
Am I right
aside
to say?
from professional growth, you also need to grow as a person, right? So you also have to learn how to mingle. You have to learn cultural diversity
Okay.
para tungo sa iba't ibang klaseng nationalities. And then you
Correct.
will also learn how to adapt yourself in an
Yes.
environment na kung saan malayo ang kultura from Philippines to here.
Correct.
And then
Yeah.
also plus yung mga let's say sabihin na nating medyo advanced kasi ang kanilang health system dito.
Correct. Yeah.
Plus yung mentality nila kailangan din natin ma-adapt.
Yes, it's very important, guys. Kasi from Philippines, we are all Filipinos. Majority, we are all Filipinos. But here in Singapore, guys, we have like 4 cultures, and we are the number 5. We are all foreigners. Yeah, so we have Malay, we have Chinese, the majority, Indians, and Caucasians, and the Eurasians, and of course the Filipinos and other races, guys, that living in Singapore. So it's very, very hard to pakisama. Yeah, we have to make pakisama with other people kasi or else we are becoming like, eaten up by whatever is here in Singapore. So that's how we have to live here in Singapore. So I have another question to you. So from 12 years of your career in Singapore, how do you manage to cope up with your family, like long distance relationship with your husband, with your children? How do you manage to make yourself stronger and the courage of everything you've done here?
Yeah. Actually, Singapore is like 3 hours away from Philippines. So, I stay in Manila.
Oh
so
wait,
it's
forget
like,
about COVID first.
Yes, not to mention we're having COVID right now. But before,
Yeah.
I would usually go home in a year maybe 4 to 5 times.
Mhm.
Or if I don't have the chance, I'll ask my family members to come to Singapore and join me. So, hindi naman ganun kalayo at katagal din kaming hindi nagkikita. Plus, not to mention the technology nowadays. Every time you can WhatsApp, you can message your loved ones.
Yes.
You can speak to them on the Messenger. Yeah, so you can also get in touch with them all the time.
Yeah, correct. It's true. Yeah, so sa mga maraming nag-worry how to overcome the sadness, the alone, when you are alone, guys, you don't worry about it. That's just a normal feelings when you just started to come to kahit saang country, kahit saang world ka pupunta, guys. But you can find friends, there's ways to communicate. Yeah, so don't worry about it, just enjoy the ride, guys. So we are both nurses, we are both but we are different field of duty, guys. But in your work, because each of the working area, right, how do you manage to like pull out yourself from your work, and then after you work, parang nagre-rest ka na naman, then the next day, how do you prepare yourself in every day of your daily activities?
You mean to say
Yes.
how do I break the routine?
Yes, correct. The
Okay.
routine.
Usually, actually, it's really a routine because the moment you wake up in the morning, you just have to
Same.
dress up and then
Yes.
work. And then in the evening, you go and rest, chat with your family. But during weekends, of course, you're always free to go somewhere else. You can visit. Singapore is a very good tourist
A
spot.
free country, actually.
Yes, and
Yeah.
it's a free country, and then
Free to roam around.
So you can go everywhere here in Singapore. And aside from that, nung wala pang COVID, we can also go to the countries nearby.
Yes.
So you can go to Bali, Indonesia for a massage, or Malaysia. So
Yeah.
maraming recreation na pwedeng gawin dito.
Yeah, and to mention, guys, for us that we are working here, how many? For us, we have if we are not feeling well, we have 14 days off for sick leave, actually, and we also have HL hospitalization leave at least 60 days, and for maternity, para sa Philippines lang din 3 months lang. Yeah, all of these are paid leave, and for us, we have 25 days leave. So not bad na din, and even though our families also, my family of course are here. I started my family here, but yeah, still I'm so interested to those that family person, what Liz mentioned, that she coped up with all of this because of the technology, guys. So now let's go back to the real scenario, guys, with the COVID situation. How do you manage to yung parang mabawasan yung ano mo, yung longing mo sa family mo back home?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dahil may COVID na nga, hindi ako
Cannot
nakakauwi.
travel.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
still, we have to get in touch with my family
Mhm.
every now and then. And then, syempre, Netflix, yan. Ito nga, ang bago kong pinagkakabalahan, yung YouTube.
Yes.
Thanks to Emily. Yeah, she introduced me the YouTube, yan. So, ito yung mga usually pagkakabalahan.
Yes,
Or you
guys.
can also do some study if you want.
Yeah.
Yeah, or yun, basically, ganyan, you can just go out with your friends.
Yes. Yeah. Okay, guys, it's so much to ask, so much of everything, but I think we have to stop this by last question, guys. And now I would like to ask Liz from this COVID, guys. Another very, how do you call this? Very important question, guys, because for me, those that who followed me, guys, you know that my stand, what is my stand about the COVID injection, guys. So for Liz, I would like to ask her that what is her stand as a healthcare worker, as a frontliner, what is her stand about COVID injection, guys?
Okay, for me, for the vaccine, I am pro for the vaccine. I think everyone should
Good.
get the vaccination for the COVID-19. Hindi naman siya porket na yung vaccine na ginawa na mabilisan o hindi pa masyadong na-test because dahil nga sa situation natin. Pero so far, dun sa mga kasamahan ko na nag-receive na ng vaccine, they have very minimal side effect, especially nung first dose.
Yes.
And then nung second dose, usually mga side effect are like headaches, body aches, but no major side effect like anaphylactic reaction. So I think there's no reason for us not to receive the vaccine.
Yeah. Yeah. So guys, you hear that? I'm so happy that she tackled that because I know back home in Philippines or anywhere in the country now, they still have a lot of debates about this misconception about the injection. So I want to ask you guys to please just listen to those very positive and of course a very truthful comment about the injection, guys. Wag lang kayong makikinig sa say ni Hershey and her whatever Hershey, guys, na sinasabing kay show nakakatakot this and that or whatever chips because may rumors kasi na may chips daw na nilagay sa injection si Bill Gates. This is which is really funny, guys. You better listen and please think of yourself rather than thinking others first. Okay, guys? And thank you, Liz, for this content of mine. And guys, before we finish this, I would like to invite you guys to please subscribe to Liz, Love Liz channel, guys, and press all the notification button as well for our next video. And again, beautiful people, thank you for watching these videos, and hopefully you are safe and stay happy and enjoy life. Life is too short, everybody. And thank you, and please watch for my next video, guys. Thank you. Have a nice day.